Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis. Thanks for joining us live tonight from Memorial Stadium here in beautiful Stephenville, Texas. We came in a nice ride tonight. I got to give a special thanks over to our friends at Mac Hike. I got to tell you, we came in and we got that great Mac Hike feeling, baby.
It was a good Mac Hike feeling. But
so we appreciate, in all seriousness, we appreciate Mac Hike. Thank you to Terry Leggett and also Danny over there for helping us out. They are now our travel sponsor here at SHN Sports for those long away games. We sincerely appreciate our friends at Mac Hike. Many sponsors, of course, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, our season presenting sponsor. We'll talk things over with all of our sponsors as this game continues. But right now, game number 4 here in the season, coming off of a bye week for the Georgetown Eagles against a very tough and capable 4A storied team here in Stephenville. The Yellow Jackets, they're ready to put a sting on the bird tonight, but the Eagles have been flying high so far this season, Michael. A great one here in Stephenville tonight in the final non-district game of this season.
it promises to be an exciting game tonight. Jackson Seosin leading the Central Texas area, one of the Central Texas area leading quarterbacks, promises to be an excellent game tonight.
So we appreciate that and appreciate everybody that's here watching us tonight on the live stream. We're very excited about everything that's going on here. And I did want to mention something that was just handed to us here, a young girl by the name of Lauren Elise Laredo. They're honoring her tonight here with the Heart of Gold 2018, and just some awesome things here that they are doing here in the Stephenville community. But this poor little girl diagnosed with Alexander disease at the age of 10 months. It's an extremely rare genetic disorder with only approximately 500 cases being reported worldwide since 1949. There's no cure for this disease. This little girl regularly monitored by her neurologist. She's a student at Kinderbridge here in the Stephenville area, and the granddaughter of Dr. Kelly and Tana Doggett of Stephenville. And so our thoughts and prayers definitely with this blessed young little girl here with this Heart of Gold. And we'll try to get more information on how you can possibly get involved and help out with this. But again, we just want to have our thoughts and prayers with that family tonight as well. Before we get things rolling, Michael, a good one here tonight in Stephenville, Texas.
Absolutely. It has been exciting watching the pageantry of high school football as both teams are now making their way onto the field as Georgetown just breaks through the paper and Stephenville just ahead of them. It's going to be an exciting time tonight. High school bands are here, and the pomp and circumstance of Texas high school football is on the air here in Stephenville, Texas.
Georgetown tonight in their gray jerseys, gray pants with the Eagle numbers in blue, wearing those silver Georgetown helmets. And we've got Stephenville on the scoreboard as a gold color tonight because they do have that black, gold, and gray color. Tonight they will be in their gray jerseys. Those numbers are going to be a little hard to read tonight. Their numbers are also in a dark black color. So it's going to be a little hard tonight, but we'll get through it. More importantly, excited to be here tonight. We got to talk about Memorial Stadium. You know, here on the side that we're on, a big shout out as well to our friends from the radio station here, giving us a lot of resources, a lot of hospitality. So a special shout out to Mr. Boots Elliott, who's just a couple of booths next to us. The Georgetown coaches are to the left of us. We're standing up here tall in the press box at the 40-yard line. But here at Memorial Stadium, Michael, a beautiful new facility underway across from us. That is where they'll move the press boxes, and the home team side will flip-flop, and that's going to be beautiful because, number one, you're not going to be in the sun in these evening games anymore.
Right, because we are directly in the sun, and it impairs our ability to see the field clearly as the windows are not very clean.
Well, the captains now meeting on the T logo, the state of Texas. Of course, this one right now, audio only. We'll release the video after midnight tonight. David England on camera, working through a situation tonight, so the video may not be as crisp as it normally is. We just had to work through a couple situations, having to broadcast from behind the glass tonight, but definitely thankful to be up here. Also wanted to talk about Stephenville, too. They're in their gold socks, man, so it's going to be easy to spot those guys as far as their feet go, but maybe not so much the jerseys and the pants, Michael.
True enough, my friend, true enough.
Well, as always, Joshua Harris, Oak Ridge Disciple House, our season presenting sponsor here on SHN Sports. The Oak Ridge Disciple House, a faith-based Christian character building ministry that helps men 18 and older overcome substance abuse addiction through a well-planned and structured program. If you or someone you know is struggling to overcome their addiction, the Oak Ridge Disciple House can absolutely help. Please visit them online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Thank you to Joshua Harris and the Oak Ridge Disciple House for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle football here in this 2018 campaign. Mr. Francis.
Well, Georgetown won the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. Stephenville will be receiving the kickoff to get things started here at Tarleton Memorial Stadium.
For Georgetown, of course, coached by the great man that we get to talk to every single week, Jason Dean, going into his 10th year here at Georgetown. Eagles on a 4-0 record. Stephenville tonight on their home field at a 2-2 record after they are coming off losses to Argyle when they opened the season, losing that one to 35-45. They beat Everman 41-16. They beat Abilene Wiley 41-28. And then Midlothian Heritage lost that game, just their last game they played, the third one of the season. A short loss there, 21-25. Georgetown set to have a good one here tonight as we talk more about this Stephenville team. You know, in the turnover ratio, 4 here to 2. They're -6 on the defense, though, +13. So this is a team that's got the potential to take away the ball and do some big things. We're expecting more of that tonight, but they're going up arguably what I would say, and not being a homer, but one of the toughest teams that they face now this season, the Georgetown Eagles, who soar in here tonight on that 4-0 or 3-0 record, Michael.
Absolutely. Well, you can't let the drop in classification deceive you, because Stephenville is definitely one of the stronger teams in the state, and the 4A classification should not deter.
Well, their head coach in his 4th year, Greg Winder, the 21-20 record, as they have had a storied season here. Of course, we all know Coach Art Briles was a coach at Georgetown High School back in the 80s, won 2 games, I believe, went 2-18, then comes here. And in fact, Georgetown was the biggest school that Coach Briles ever coached at that time. Then he left Georgetown, came here to Stephenville, and the state championship door started opening big time. This is a storied program here in the state of Texas. They love their football. They love their facilities. And you talk about a high school team that gets to play at a Division II stadium. It's not bad at all here in Stephenville, Texas.
Not at all, and a bunch of friendly fans. I had several come up to me as I was making my way through the stadium. The Stephenville fans, just as friendly as could be. Very welcoming and great hospitality.
So again, Georgetown deferred. They won the toss. They deferred, so the Eagles will kick this one off. They'll go from left to right. Stephenville lining up here. We're at the 7:01 mark, so getting started just a little bit late here tonight. I want to send a special thanks to all the Georgetown fans who have made their way into the stadium. And it's kind of hard to see because that visitor side, there's nobody over there except a few folks, and it kind of is misleading, Michael, because the stadium is under so much construction. There's one little area that's been tidied off there, so the fans, it's almost like the fans are in a student section tonight here.
It really is. Of course, we can make out that big white sign over there that says "Eagle Fight Never Dies." We're lined up and set to get things started.
So Georgetown will kick this ball from left to right, as we are almost set here for Friday Night Lights. At the 7:02 mark, the kick is up on its way in the sunshine, high selling over to the left side, and it'll go back for a touchback into the end zone, and that's where Stephenville will start off. It'll be 1st down and 10. They'll have the ball on their own 25. Going to be a fun one here tonight. Again, those of you that are going to be watching the video later, we apologize for the quality of the video. We're just behind some glass here at Stephenville, and we're going to have to get that fixed as we come back up here in just a little bit. So back in action, we are here. Thanks for joining us tonight on SHN Sports. And an early pass here on 1st down and 10 from the 25 is incomplete. It was over to the left side to Gage Graham. And Graham, the 5'11", 180-pound senior, 5 catches for 99 yards, averaging 19.8 this season. "13 tackles on the season. He's had quite a few breakups, and Georgetown will force a quick 3-and-out. And the Eagles will get things rocking and rolling here on offense in just a few moments. So a drive here for Stephenville that started out on their own 25. They go 3 and out. The punt is up and on its way. Set back to receive is Georgetown around the 45, but they're just going to let this ball roll in between the hash marks. And that is where the Eagles will start. Noah Drum just let that one roll. So Georgetown will have great field position here, Michael. Starting out, the defense doing their job early and continuing where they left off last week.
Well, the defensive front for the Georgetown Eagles is just tremendous. You got those guys up front with Tyler Knowles and Mason Meyer and Colby Cummings that just controlled the line of scrimmage and were able to shut down the Stephenville offense. Jackson Seosin in the shotgun. And there's a flag. It's going to be a false start on the Eagles before they can get the first play of their possession started. They'll walk off 5 yards, and Georgetown will line back up. Seosin has the play. He sets back. He gives the hard count. Cahill in motion. He hands off. No, he passes deep. And it's over the head of Andrew Denyer. His 2nd and 10. From the Georgetown 38. 11:05 to go. Cahill in motion. The snap back to Seosin. Throws over to Drum. Drum makes the catch and advances for 8 yards. 3rd down and 8 in their first possessions. Kloof back to punt. Snap back. He boosts this one in the air. And it's caught down at the 22. He's down the sideline. Kloof makes the tackle as Gage Graham advances it back down to the Georgetown 33-yard line. An excellent return by Gage Graham. 1st and 10 from the 33 of Georgetown. Cade Renfro from the shotgun. He hands off to Crease Nowak, the 5'8", 165 senior. He picks up 10 yards and another Yellow Jacket first down. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Snap back. He hands back off to Nowak. He's around the corner, and he picks up about 8 yards on the play. 2nd down and 2 from the 15-yard line. 8:58 left to go in the first. No score for either side as of yet. Renfro picking up the signals from the sideline. Stephenville comes set, 2 wide out, 1 in the slot. He hands back off to Nowak. He picks up the first down to the 11-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Yellow Jackets. 1st and 10 from the 11, so technically the Yellow Jackets could pick up a first down. Georgetown defense really needing to step up here. The Blue Storm defense. Nowak in motion. He takes the handoff from Renfro. He picks up 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 from the 9-yard line. 7:52 left in the first, with the Yellow Jackets threatening here from the 9-yard line. Renfro with a hard count. Steps back. He throws out to the slot in the flats. To Zane Walker, the 6', 205 senior. Down to the 5-yard line. Like 3rd and 4 from the 5. 2 wide right. See, keeps. And he will be short. And that was number 8, Gavin Roundtree, the 6', 165 sophomore. The receiver taking a direct snap. Number 14, Chase Carrillo, comes on to attempt the field goal. It is up and it is good. That'll be a 19-yard field goal attempt. And the Yellow Jackets now lead 3-0 here with 6:30 in the first over the Georgetown Eagles.
Well, Michael, thank you for calling those last few series for us. Georgetown coming out, not able to come back, but on the second possession of the night, a drive that started out after that long punt return on the Georgetown 33, the 19-yard field goal for Stephenville. Having that lead now, 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight on SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis here from Stephenville, Texas, as the sun is finally setting behind the trees. And we are excited to be here tonight. Hopefully the second possession coming up for Georgetown. And they will be able to get something rolling on offense as they stalled as well on their opening drive. This will be kicked off from the 40 from right to left. Chase Carrillo, who had that field goal moments ago. He's now 3 for 5 on the season. He's only missed 1 extra point. He's kicked 15, 16 of them, missed 1. Right toe to leather. This one will sell short and be fielded just at the 25 by Georgetown and immediately brought down on the left hash mark at the 30. Nowhere to run there for Georgetown. And Clough, the one there on the kick return, and the Eagles will have it for the second time tonight. I can't talk tonight. I'm thinking about coffee. Blue Kaler coming up with a tackle there.
That's always kind of a tongue twister there, Rob.
Georgetown will have it on their own 31, 6:23 to go first quarter. First down and 10. 2 receivers to either side. A tight formation on the left hash. Blitz coming from Stephenville. Siosin is going to be sacked for a loss. Just in front of the 24. They'll mark him down. We'll see where they spot the ball. They do mark it at the 24. It'll be second down and long for the Eagles. The senior there, Blue Kaler, again with the tackle. So doing it on special teams and doing it on the opening drive of the second possession for Georgetown tonight.
Well, unfortunately, nobody picked him up as he comes in on the blitz. And just there was nobody there to block him.
Second down and 16 now after a 6-yard loss for Georgetown. The ball on their own 25. Siosin. Handoff over to his back, bouncing around defenders and still on his feet, but he'll be dropped. They'll give him forward progress for Georgetown. That was Xavier X-Man Torres, and he'll be dropped for a loss as well. It'll be third down and long for Georgetown. They'll lose 2 more. It'll put that ball on the 23 now on the left hash. Jonathan Gutierrez on the tackle. And, Michael, this has been a tough Stephenville team early here. Third down and 18. Georgetown now on their own 23. A drive that started on their 33. Siosin shotgun, nobody behind him. And looking through defenders, Siosin. And he will be sacked again, this time back at the 21. So another 3 and out for the Eagles. You talk about the sting of the Yellow Jackets. They are putting the potion on tonight for Georgetown. Not the potion, the poison on this high-powered Georgetown offense.
Well, they're definitely mixing up their defense and giving Georgetown a lot of different looks, and it looks as though the Georgetown offense is somewhat confused by the defensive fronts that Stephenville is putting out so far.
Clough set to punt this one away. He'll stand near his own 5-yard line. One back to receive on the 44. Stephenville in between the hash marks. Snap back, Clough, nobody there, and he puts it up off the right foot. High sailing punt. It'll be caught right on the X at the 35. Dodging through defenders on special teams. Flags fly. He's down at the 35 on the left side. And the return minute there for the Yellow Jackets was Gage Graham. And there is a holding call. We'll send it over to David England for the first time tonight. David, what did you see over there?
Honestly, I'm just trying to make do with this double panes of glass I'm filming through. Looked like a good stop defensively on special teams there. They got right to the receiver.
Well, David, I got to tell you, as the sun is coming down, the video looking pretty good now compared to earlier. So keep up the good work, David. Appreciate you working through a little adversity here tonight. You always do a great job, man, so thank you for being down there tonight for us.
Looked like a block in the back, Rob.
It was a block in the back against Stephenville, and what would have been decent field position around the 35 will move that ball back. What kind of variety is this one, Michael?
That's a 10-yard variety.
It's not the Chex Mix bag you want if you're a Stephenville fan. If you're Georgetown, you'll take that Chex Mix all night, baby. The ball at the 24 on the left hash. Stephenville breaks out of the huddle. 4:19 to go, first quarter. Stephenville with the ball, leading 3-0. They've got the ball on their own 24. Pass over quickly to the right, and his receiver brought down for only a gain of 2 on the play. There's a great job there on the Georgetown defense. Gage Leggett with the tackle. We'll have that receiver, and we'll get these guys memorized as we continue on here. We got to hear early, just a little rough start with a few things that we had to work through early on, Micah, but we are rocking and rolling now here. 2nd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets on their own 27. Handoff up the middle on the right hash, and only a gain of a couple. It'll be up to the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down, and it looks like 4 from here, Michael. So 3rd and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. 3:35 to go, first quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight here on SHN Sports, your home for Georgetown Eagle, Southwestern football, and more teams throughout Central Texas. On a 3rd and 4 from his own 30. Renfro steps back, and Renfro passes over to the left, has his man, and they're going to give him a little bit of forward progress near the 35. They'll mark him down at the 33. It was the sophomore Gavin Roundtree trying to get around the tree of the Georgetown Blue Storm, not able to. It'll be 4th down, and I wonder if they're going to go for it here on a 4th down. And it says 1, but, Michael, it's a little bit more than 1 if you look where the spot is, and they say, no way, we're going to punt this one away. I think that's a wise move. If you're pinned back that far, you don't want to not get the 1st down and then put Georgetown in great field position, Michael.
Well, Georgetown, it's just a matter of time before they get on track.
Drum set back to receive. Carrillo will kick this one, and it goes right into the hands of Drum. He fair caught it at the 38. And for the 3rd time tonight, the Georgetown Eagles will have the ball after Stephenville goes 3 and out as well. A drive that started on their own 25, stalled. They had to punt. Georgetown here on their 3rd drive, they will start out on their own 38. This is not the best field position Georgetown started out, though, Michael. If we go back, first possession started out on their own 43, then their own 31, so a little bit better here on the 3rd one. 2:37 to go, first quarter. The Yellow Jackets lead 3-0, 1st down and 10. Seosin from his own 38. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver down. On the right, in motion is Xavier Torres. Seosin keeps it here, rolling to the left, trying to find through defenders, and he will be sacked again for a huge loss. My goodness, all the way down to the 24. The poison sting continuing tonight is a Georgetown line not able to hold this powerful, zip-zapping Stephenville defense.
Well, the thing that Stephenville has is significant speed. Their defensive front is breaking through the Georgetown line, and they're cutting the corners off and not giving Seosin any room.
A loss of 12 on that sack brings up 2nd down and 22 from the Georgetown 24. Seosin empty backfield, throws in the flats over to the left, has his receiver, dances through defenders to the 30, still on his feet across the 40. Now the 50, 2 men coming on the left as he angles in between the numbers, still on his feet, down into Yellow Jacket territory at the 25. What a catch and run after there by Corey Coleman coming into this game. Only 6 catches for 53 yards, but Coleman bringing the can here tonight. But there is an injured Georgetown player back down near the 25, and there is a flag back there as well. And my goodness, Michael, this one may be coming back. That flag resting on the 30, unless it was a personal foul type injury or something here against the Yellow Jackets. David, did you see anything down there near that 30?
I did not. Following that play, it possibly might be one of the running backs.
And so, Michael, we'll see. As for now, they haven't moved the ball back. They picked up the laundry that was down there. Nobody has given a word yet, but there is a Georgetown player down there at the moment. 1:47 to go, and that Georgetown player on his feet, thankfully. And walking back over to the sideline with a little assistance. May have tweaked his right ankle down there, so Martinez heading back over to the sideline for Georgetown. Well, there was no flag. They pick it up. Oh, there was. Yeah, I still didn't hear what that was, Michael. But in any case, it's going to move Georgetown all the way up now to the 12-yard line of Stephenville. First down and 10 in the red zone now at the Stephenville 12. Seosin, after the pass moments ago to Corey Coleman, has a back to either side, one receiver to either side. Now his back goes in motion from left to right, throws over the center. And this one, a dart into the hands of his intended receiver, the fullback, R.J. Andale Moreno. And Moreno will pick up a couple. It'll be second down and 8 for Georgetown. Actually 9. They only give him 1 on that. Second down and 9 from the Stephenville 11. On the left hash, Seosin. One back to his right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 up top to the left. As Stephenville showing blitz on that left side. Seosin, though, has protection over the middle and well overthrows his intended receiver, Noah Drum, at the L of the Tarleton logo in the end zone. Incomplete. It'll be third down, Michael.
Well, that's too bad because Noah Drum had the lead on the defender. If that'd been into Noah's arm, that'd have been a touchdown strike right there.
That one just got a little bit away of Seosin. You know, not much in his way of the wind going here. Front blew through just a couple of days ago. Third down and 9 from the 11 of Stephenville. Seosin has a back. It's Moreno behind him. 2 receivers to either side. Stepping back, punt fakes left, has his man into the hands of Coleman, and Coleman may have the first down at the 2. They mark him out of bounds right there at the 2 as he was knocked down, and Corey Coleman coming alive for Georgetown here on this possession. It'll be first down and goal for the Eagles. Got him at the 2-yard line. I think you can hand it off to Moreno here and let him punch it through. First down and goal from the 2. Moreno right behind Seosin. 2 receivers to either side. Now man in motion from left to right. Jackson gets it, rolls to his right side. Now darts through defenders. Jackson Seosin trying to go in, pushing his way forward, and he may have fumbled the ball. As the ball popped out, luckily Georgetown able to get back onto it. He did not get into the end zone, and thank goodness that Daniel, I believe that's Daniel, it says Presley, but I think that's the wrong last name. Daniel able to drop on that ball, number 54. It's Daniel Lopez. We got you, Lopez. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and goal from the 3. For Georgetown, Seosin has Moreno behind him, trips to the left, nobody down to the right. And the handoff here to Moreno, lowers his shoulder, and backpedaling his way forward, and RJ is going to be stopped a yard short. It'll be third down and goal from the 1. And that will do it for the first quarter. First quarter action brought to you by eteachingme.com. We appreciate our first quarter sponsor. Thanks again to eteachingme.com, providing educational services for all children, parents, and educators to help in developing a successful foundation for learning. Visit eTeachingMe online at eteachingme.com. Again, thank you, Kristen Miller. Check them out at eteachingme.com. Michael, I'll let you talk about our second quarter sponsor.
Second quarter sponsor tonight is Courtney Home Inspections. Courtney Home Inspections doing a fantastic job of working the real estate market, and you would not do well by not having a home inspection prior to purchasing your home. So visit Courtney Home Inspections for your home inspection need. We'd also like to thank Georgetown Jewelry. Football on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by Ricky Poe. owner of Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry specializes in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, and appraisals, and are buyers of gold, silver, coins,
And more.
and more.
We'll talk about them as we go on here. Second quarter just underway. Seosin third and goal from the 1. As X Torres to the right, it's going to be a direct snap back to R.J. Moreno. Flags fly. R.J. gets in, but there may have been a hold back there in the backfield. We'll see what the call is. That's tough.
That is a tough one.
They called an illegal shift, I believe, against Georgetown. That'll move them back.
I believe that's a 5-yard variety.
5 yard. You don't want that Chex Mix. That's when you get the burnt Chex Mix. That variety. You don't want the burnt Chex Mix. Michael.
Absolutely not.
It is a 5-yard penalty. It'll set Georgetown back now to the 6-yard line. It'll be third down and goal from the 6. For the Eagles, just underway second quarter, only on their third possession here of this ball game. Trips to the left. One receiver to the right. Moreno the back. Seosin passes up over, has him, and has the touchdown at the tee. Into the hands
Noah
of
Drum.
Noah Parum Pum Pum. Drum Christmas coming early here in the second quarter as Georgetown takes a 3-point lead, 6-3, after a 6-yard heaving pass to Noah Drum.
Little trickeration here, Rob.
Yeah, they line up in this formation where Seosin and Moreno all alone. Seosin's going to get the direct snap. Seosin got in for the 2-point conversion. The trickeration paid off, and the Eagles get 2, now with an 8-3 lead.
Excellent call by Coach Dean on that 2-point conversion play. Dylan Cahill in motion and snapped the ball directly to Seosin, who follows Cahill through where the guard is lined up and into the end zone for the 2 points.
So Georgetown leading here at the 11:48 mark, 8-3, live tonight from Stephenville, Texas, as the sun is now set behind the trees. It has set a beautiful sky here. We're graced with an art canvas over this beautiful facility. Michael, I'll send it over to you to thank some more of our sponsors.
All right, going back to Georgetown Jewelry, drop by the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown or visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com. We'd also like to thank Minuteman Press. Minuteman Press in Georgetown is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. For all of your design, printing, and promotional needs, Minuteman Press is your one-stop shop for all of your marketing products and services. Minuteman Press can be found online at www.mmptx.com. Thank you to Ty Gibson and Minuteman Press for your generous support in helping make these broadcasts possible.
Those guys do a lot of the locker room wraps and things that you've seen throughout the schools. Thank you to Minuteman Press. As Georgetown's Clough will kick this one off. Right foot, it's going to go short around the 25, and that's going to go out of bounds, and the illegal procedure flag is thrown. That should move the ball up to the 35, I believe. And you don't want to give Stephenville good field position. Michael, talking to Coach Dean in the coaches show this past week, I believe the first time that these two teams have met up, and it's kind of neat how you start talking and you tie things back together. Talking to the radio announcer here for Stephenville last night on the phone, yesterday on the phone. Very nice gentleman named Boots Elliott. Went to Southwestern. He's been here now 28 years on the call. And I couldn't believe it because the guy looks like he's 28.
Oh, really?
So said, I hope that I get graced with the older I get, the younger I seem.
Kind of a Benjamin Button.
Stephenville will start here on their own 32. First down and 10. Handoff up the middle now to the right hash, and a healthy run on first down. Inside, no, they'll mark him down at the 35-yard line. It was the senior, Crease Nowak, coming into this game, averaging over 100 a game. Boy, even more than that. He's got 66 carries for 386 yards, averages over 5 per carry, 2 touchdowns. He also can catch 13 for 219 and a touchdown. Second down and 7 from the 35. The pass up over the middle has his man at the 45. Still on his feet, spinning like a top to the 47. Nice reception there by the senior, Zane Walker. Said, I'm Walker. I don't need Texas Ranger, baby. First down and 10 from the 37 on his own side is the junior Cade Renfro. Renfro in shotgun, missed snap there, and Renfro still able to pick it up, and he will be dropped for a loss at the 35, an early snap. Georgetown coming up with that sack there. It was Mason Meyer, 10 tackles, now with his 11th on the season, his second for a loss.
Outstanding play by Mason Meyer. Number 48. Braden Hargrove.
That's Linnell Hargrove's son, my insurance agent. She works for my insurance agent. Second down and 22 on the 25. Stephenville on their own side again. Renfro chased down, still on his feet, using his athleticism. A right-handed pass has his man all open at the 30. In between the hash marks, now angling to the left side across the 10, 5, and he will go in and score the touchdown. A 75-yard dart for the score. Wow, what a play by the Yellow Jackets as they are starting to sting even more.
On a broken play that looked like that he was going to be sacked.
I believe it was Lindsey. No, it was Crease Nowak. And
like timeout, Georgetown.
man, Nowak just
Back
making it
there,
look
yeah.
easy, man.
Back there all alone, is it appeared that Renfro was going to be sacked back behind the line, and in a busted play, Nowak gets downfield and behind the Georgetown defense and wide open, and Renfro able to get that pass over to him.
Well, in that first quarter, 2 first downs for both teams. Georgetown rushing 8 times, negative 25 yards. Stephenville 6 times for positive 28. 66 passing yards for Georgetown, 7 for Stephenville. That number way up there now. Georgetown 3 for 5, no touchdowns, 4 for 6 for Stephenville. Total yards in that first 41 compared to 35, but clearly right now Stephenville with the momentum here in this game. They're going to go for 2 here at the 10-13 mark. They lead by 1, 9-8. They got 3 yards on that 2-point conversion. Nobody back. Pass over Renfro. His man was all alone, but there was a flag on the left side, and we'll see if they pick that up. If it was against Georgetown, for the time being, the Stephenville players stay on the field. This may be against Stephenville, and Michael, I believe it is.
It is. I believe that's going to be a 5-yard variety.
The burnt Chex Mix variety. We got something new every week up here, man. The 10-13 mark, 9-8 the score. Stephenville leading on their home field. Thanks for joining us tonight here on SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp, Michael Francis. Presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House.
So Stephenville opting to go for the extra point.
After that penalty, I don't blame them because they would have had a long way to go. Down, the kick is up, and it is good through the uprights, and Chase Carrillo now extends his season so far on extra points. He's 16 for 17. More importantly, his Stephenville Yellow Jackets have a 2-point lead, 10-8. We'll step aside, take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this. An RBI single for Wyatt Childress. And coming around to score will be Luke Seaback. Georgetown leads 2-0. 2-2 pitch. This one over to left field. That's a base hit and a run scored. And that may be a stand-up double for Ryan Knight. And it is Ryan Goodnight as he brings in Wyatt Childress. Now we can say it, baby. The grill is starting to cook. Bring on the ribeye. Well, Georgetown Eagle baseball seems like it's a long way off, but it is not just this fall coming. We've got advertising spots available. You can hear more about that on SHN Sports as this night goes on. The kickoff here from Stephenville over to Georgetown from left to right into the hands of Clough. And he will be brought down just outside the 20-yard line. Georgetown here will try to answer the call, trailing right now 10-8 at the 10:03 mark, Michael.
Well, I'll tell you what, you mentioned earlier Stephenville and their yellow socks should be easy to see. I can't tell you how many times I thought a flag was on the field. They're about the same color. Seeing them flying around.
Georgetown will take the field here, first down and 10 from their own 33. Siosen in shotgun, trips to the right. Also now it is his running back, and Siosen going to keep it here. Dives his way forward on the left hash outside the 25. He'll pick up a couple on the play. Looks like they got him down to around the 26-yard line. It'll be second down and 7 after a 3-yard gain, Michael. Appreciate Joshua Harris keeping up with our scoreboard tonight. Second down and 7. Georgetown on their own 26. Drive that started on their own 23. Siosen, the delayed handoff over to his back on the right side, diving forward for the first down, just shy of the 35 at the 34. And it was the X factor, Xavier Torres, on the carry for the Eagles.
Throw up the X.
Corey Coleman will line up as a receiver here on the left side alongside of Dylan Cahill. 2 receivers to the right, first down and 10. Georgetown on their own 34, trailing 10-8, 9:19 to go, second quarter. Siosen, quick snap, pass over to the right side. Has his man, trying to lower his right shoulder, and he'll be slammed for a loss in the backfield.
By a host of Yellow Jackets defense. There were plenty of them there.
May have been.
It was Noah Drum.
Yeah, it was Noah Drum, and that's rare to see Noah Drum. He comes into this game 19 catches for 296 yards, almost 100 a game, 3 touchdowns, averages over 15 a reception. Second down and 11. Georgetown now in their own 33. Man in motion from bottom to top is Cahill from left to right. The handoff, though, goes over to the X-Man, and the X-Factor putting some nasty on the run. On the right hash, in between the numbers in the right hash, he'll pick up a healthy gain to around the 39-yard line. And that'll be third down and manageable now, Michael. Third down and 5 for the Eagles as they are going no huddle here. Third down and 5. Siosen shotgun, trips to the left, 1 back behind him, 1 receiver to the right. On his own 39, Siosen, great protection. Left, has Noah Drum. Splits through 2 defenders. Drums now breaks 3 tackles, still on his feet, trying to dive forward. And he may be right at that first down line at the 44. Fancy footwork by the Drum man.
Hey, excellent job by Noah Drum to extend the play and pick up the first down. But what I was going to say just a moment ago is it's really hard to pick out any one defender for the Yellow Jackets as they're swarming all over the ball. It's really hard to catch the one guy that's making the tackle.
They've opened up the nest tonight here versus Georgetown. First and 10, the Eagles from their own 44. Siosen is going to hand off to his back, Xavier Torres. And Xavier Torres picking up 2. He'll be at the 46-yard line on the left hash mark. The tackle made by the 6'4 senior, Payson Parker. Again, no huddle. Hurry up offense here. Second down and 8. Siosen from his own 46. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back to either side. Siosen, quick pass over to the right side. Has his man. It's Drum again, and this time the Drum beat is stopped. He'll be short by about a yard or 2. It'll be third down and manageable here for Georgetown. We'll see where they spot it. They spot him 1 yard short, so it'll be third down and 1 for the Eagles. On the left side, Corey Coleman. Lined up also is Dylan Cahill. Up top on the right is Noah Drum, all alone. Third down and 1 for the Eagles. Siosen on his own 47. Stephenville holds back. Now they try to penetrate through on the blitz. It's Siosen with the keeper, and he's ankle tackled, but he's got the first down across the 40, gracing his way on the right hash mark. A great job there by Jackson Siosen. And a good tackle by Chase Carrillo, stopping what could have been a Siosen touchdown scramble. Quickly back. First down and 10 from the Stephenville 38. Again, Siosen, this time passing over in the flat to Cahill on the left side. Spinning around he goes. And he's brought down in between the left out-of-bounds line and the 30. He'll be brought down at the 29. Another healthy gain on first down, Michael.
Well, I'll tell you, Rob, we're starting to see Coach Dean open the playbook. He is dialing up some unique plays that we haven't seen Georgetown run yet.
2nd and 3, Georgetown on the Stephenville 31. Seosin all alone now, passing over left, puts this one up for Coleman, leaping at the 5, and it's incomplete as he was angling his way to the left side. That was a good pass, though, just a little bit under Coleman, or a little bit ahead of him. Coleman had to dive and couldn't come up with it.
Well, it appeared that Coleman and the corner kind of got tangled up together. That would be number 21, Cody Storrs.
3rd and 3 from the Stephenville 31. Seosin, the handoff. He fumbled it, though. He tried to give it over to Xavier Torres. He was luckily able to get back on it, Seosin, at the 30, and still picks up a yard, but it's going to be 4th down and a short 2 here. I think Georgetown is going to go for it from this spot, Michael. And they do line up to go for it here. 4th down and 2 on the Jacksonville 30. 2 receivers to the right, 1 down to the left is Coleman. Stephenville trying to draw Georgetown on a jump.
They almost did.
As Seosin steps back, has a back to his left and also behind him. That back is Moreno, and now Xavier behind him. Good protection, good blocking. Pass over, and it's in and out of the hands. Boy, Noah Drum, a rare drop, as he would have had the 1st down at the 22, and instead it's incomplete, and it is a turnover on downs. You know Noah wants that one back.
You know he does. You just saw something there that's rare that he doesn't do, and that's drop one right out of his breadbasket.
Second quarter action brought to you by Courtney Home Inspections. Thank you, Chris Courtney. You can check him out online at CourtneyHomeInspection.com. 5:20 mark we are. Stephenville back with the ball here on their own 30 as Renfro will hand off to his back and spins around across the 40. It's Crease Nowak, who has had a phenomenal game so far, has the 1st down at the 40. They're going to go in a hurry-up no huddle now. At the 5:09 mark, Stephenville leading 10-8. Renfro shotgun, again hands off to Nowak this time on the left side as he darts his way forward on the numbers to the 45. A 5-yard gain on 1st down makes it 2nd down and 5, Michael.
Well, we've called his name a lot tonight so far in this first half.
4:43 to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 5 from the 45 on his own side. This time a pass, and he'll have the 1st down on the right side. Finally brought out of bounds in between the numbers at the 45. It was the sophomore Trace Morrison getting his 2nd grab of the year now.
He was wide open in the flat. Renfro hits his man.
Renfro shotgun, a back to his left. 2 receivers down on the right on a 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 43. Hands off to Nowak, and this time Nowak is stopped. But again, he picks up a good amount of yardage to the 39. The Blue Storm still has not brought the thunderclouds tonight. Quick no huddle, hurry up. 2nd down and 6 on the Georgetown 39. 4:14 to go here in the 2nd. The pass here on the right side from Renfro. And it will be a gain of only 1 or 2 on the play into the hands of Nowak, and Mason Meyer with the tackle.
Man, watching Mason Meyer down the line, he's just following the ball. Ball hawk makes his way over to make that tackle.
3rd down and 3. The Blue Storm going to try to hold here. Empty backfield for Renfro. Passing over, has his man, has the 1st down at the 32 on the left side. Nate McMillan with the stop. It'll be 1st down and 10 now on the Georgetown 32. Renfro shotgun, 2 receivers to the right on the option. He'll keep it. Still on the hash marks. Now he moves to the outside on the right. And near the 20, Renfro will be brought down. This is a quarterback that is mobile. He can run on the option. He decided to keep it as he ran to the right, and he'll be brought down around the 21. And we've got a timeout on the field by the Georgetown Eagles. Michael, we'll take a quick moment to thank some of our sponsors.
Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair. Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair supports Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football in Georgetown. For general maintenance and automotive repairs performed by ASE certified techs, drop by Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair next to Mel's Lone Star Lanes. You can visit them online at georgetownautorepair.com. Thank you, Joe Bob, with Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, for your generous support of high school football in Georgetown. We'd also like to thank Pregame Insurance Group. Pregame Insurance Group, located in Central Texas, is an insurance provider servicing clients in all 50 states. Pregame Insurance Group is designed to fit your insurance needs and help you manage potential risks, offering a wide variety of insurance products for business and personal needs. Pregame Insurance Group has you covered. For more information, visit them online at www.bigbcs.com. Thank you to Doug Groves and Pregame Insurance Group for sponsoring Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Michael, I love our sponsors because I know them personally. Thank you, Doug Groves, our insurance agent. First down and 10 from the Georgetown 21. Pass over the left side and an ankle tackle, stopping him at around the 17-yard line. The pass to Morrison is caught. He's got his third pass now of the season, or his third reception. It'll be first down and 10. The Yellow Jackets now in the red zone of the Georgetown 17. Second down and 6. Renfro shotgun will hand off to his back, trying to slice his way through defenders. And Nowak will push his way forward for maybe a gain of 2, and it is. It'll be third down and 4 from the Georgetown 15. And now they slow things down and start to talk a little bit here at the 2:37 mark. Stephenville leading on their home field here at Memorial Stadium 10-0, the stadium of Tarleton State University.
It's a beautiful venue.
Third and 4 from the 15. Stepping back, pass over left corner, up, and it is caught. Did he get in time? The official says yes, touchdown. Gavin Roundtree, a 15-yard touchdown strike in the corner. And the Stephenville Yellow Jackets extend their lead 16-8. And coming here at the 2:16 mark in the second, the extra point kick here by Carrillo, who made his last one. This guy is almost perfect, and he gets this one blocked. And Stephenville picks it up. They go for the 2-point conversion, and on a broken play, unbelievable, able to catch that and get the 2-point conversion. That is simply unbelievable. The Georgetown coaches not happy next door with what just happened. A 10-point lead now for the Jackets, 18-8. Michael, you can't get any better on a broken play than that.
No, you really can't. It looked like it definitely appeared to be broken, but I'm kind of suspect that actually might have been a designed play.
Well, Georgetown was almost about to block that.
Right.
And, I mean, if they would have – I thought he blocked it at first, and the action happened so fast. But, yeah, that's the way it goes, and unbelievable tough for Georgetown. I'll send it back over to you for some more of our sponsors.
We'd like to thank the Oak Ridge Disciple House. If we have time to do it, looks like they're going to set up here really quick to get this kickoff. So we'll get back to it, Rob.
We'll get them next time. Yeah, Stephenville will kick this one away, and they've got a 10-point lead now, 18-8 at the 2:16 mark. Georgetown set back to receive is Andrew Denyer on our left side, and up high on the right is Clough. Chase Carrillo set to kick this one away. He'll bring his team in tight. They may try to do a little trickeration of their own here. I mean, they're giving them all day to kick this one off. They just started the play clock, Michael.
Yeah, that's really surprising.
That should have already been a flag thrown, delay of game. They line back up here to kick this one off in a normal formation from the 40 from left to right. Right toe to leather. This one will sail down, and Denyer will have it at the 5. Denyer on the left side up to the 20. Has a blocker in front of him to the 25, and he's brought down over the shoulders. A good return, though, by Denyer. It'll set up his Georgetown Eagle team with decent field position just inside of the 30-yard line with 2:09 to go, trailing 18-8.
Excellent block by Noah Drum to allow Denyer to pick up about 3 more yards.
They'll put the ball down at the 26-yard line here on the 5th possession of the night for Georgetown, starting out again on their own 26, 2:09 to go here in the second quarter. The Eagles trying to find an answer. Siosen in shotgun. He'll have a back to his right. 2 receivers to either side. Hard to see who that back is there behind him. Man in motion on the right side. Siosen will throw over to the right. Has his man, and he's drilled at the 30. Boy, that's one of those passes that you almost don't want to grab. And it goes into the hands of Cade Lachlan. Cade coming into this game. That was his first catch of the season. 2nd down and 6 from his own 30. Back over again, this time the right side. Georgetown near a first down on that catch as the defender brought out of bounds, or the receiver brought out of bounds. It was into the hands of Dylan Cahill. It's pretty rare that Cahill lines up on the right. He comes back over to the left alongside Isaiah Fillmore and Noah Drum. 3rd down and a short 2 on his own 34 as Siosen has a back behind him, hard count. Pressure coming, passes over left. Cahill will have the first down at the 40 as he steps out of bounds. Good design play there. Georgetown, the positive thing is only one timeout here in this first half, but they're getting out of bounds, stopping the clock, Michael.
They're going to work the sidelines.
1st down and 10 from his own 40. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left is all alone. Hard count again. Siosen avoids the pressure and throws an interception at the 40. Receiver back, the defender to the 20, and he's going to take this one into the house. A 40-yard interception return for a touchdown. That's the 2nd interception of the season by Jackson Siosen, and a costly one as he threw it right into traffic there at the 40.
Well,
unfortunate.
I'm surprised that flag was not thrown because a Stephenville player just leveled Jackson Siosen from behind. I mean, leveled him.
Definitely not where Georgetown wanted to be here. Now trailing 24-8. Carrillo will go for the extra point kick here as the ball is up. The right hand, or the right toe to leather, is up and good. We've got a 25-8 ball game here after that interception moments ago. We'll step aside. 1:32 to go. Yellow Jackets lead 25-8. We'll be right back on SHN Sports.
Have you seen the culture around youth sports lately? The short-sighted, sometimes ugly win-at-all-cost attitude has driven many kids away from wanting to participate. At Positive Coaching Alliance Central Texas, we believe that sports is an amazing way for kids to learn crucial life lessons, how to react to winning, coping with disappointment, and improving through effort. Come join PCA, Central Texas movement to create a healthy sports environment. Visit pca-centraltx.org.
Back in action here from Memorial Stadium, Stephenville. Yellow Jackets at Tarleton State University leading Georgetown 25-8 after that 40-yard interception return moments ago, as they will kick this ball off at the 1:32 mark here in the first half. The ball will sail into the hands of Georgetown. It's Denyer, and Denyer again with a decent return to the left hash mark just beyond the 20. He'll have it up to around the 23, Michael. That's not where Georgetown wanted to be here, as they've had some life on these drives, and that is one that'll just tear you down.
Yeah, it's really a dejecting play made by Blue Kaler on the pick six.
Georgetown will have it 1st and 10 on their own 23. Siosen steps back on. He'll have his back X-Man Torres right behind him. 2 receivers to either side. He's lined up on the left hash mark. Siosen standing in shotgun about 3 yards back. Dodging through defenders. Siosen tuck and run here. He didn't want to. He got chased from behind. Avoiding the sack, though, and picking up a yard on the play to the 24. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Stephenville doing a good job to cover the Georgetown receivers.
They'll actually give him 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And the ball resting just in front of the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 8. 58 seconds to go. Georgetown one timeout, trailing 25-8. Siosen steps through traffic, throws this one across the middle as Dylan Cahill in between the hash marks, just shy of the 45 with the first down. That'll stop the clock temporarily, and now it runs again. 44 seconds to go. 1st and 10, Georgetown on their own 42. Trips stacked up in a tight formation on the left. Seosin in the flats. Over to Noah Drum, and Noah will casually step out of bounds at the 45. It'll bring up 2nd down. And it looks like they will – boy, they moved that ball back.
Interesting.
Well, one of the side judges, the line judge over here on the side, only gives him a yard, and that's not right. In any case, 2nd down and long from around the 42 as Seosin steps back, dodging through defenders again. He'll tuck and run here. Still on his feet, ankle tackled. He'll be brought down inside of the field on the left side to the 48-yard line, and Georgetown is going to burn their last time out here in this ball game of the first half with 26 seconds to go, Michael.
Well, Georgetown seeing tonight a state championship caliber type team in Stephenville. I know they're 2-2. Their record says they're 2-2, but I mean they are playing with momentum. They're playing with enthusiasm. They've got a lot of heart out here on the field and a lot of speed. They shut down and close gaps quickly. They're ball hawks. They move across on defense. And Georgetown hasn't seen anybody like this yet till tonight.
Oh, it doesn't matter that they're a 4A team. This is a powerhouse perennial 4A team here in North Texas, and you can see why this team, it really doesn't matter who's coaching. No downplaying their coach. They've got great coaches here, but the coaches are so great that it doesn't matter who's in there. These guys are all so good that Stephenville, year in and year out, has been a top team. 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles. The ball on their own 48 with 26 seconds to go and no timeouts. Here in the first half, Seosin shotgun. Drum goes from right to left. And Seosin will punt fake once, has Drum across the middle. Drum still on his feet. He's got to get out of bounds. He's across the hash marks. He'll be brought down in Stephenville territory at the 33. Georgetown's got to get down in here quick and spike this ball. 16 seconds and counting. They may just go ahead and go into a hurry up here. 1st and 10 from the Stephenville 33, and Seosin with the right hand spikes it on the turf. That's a smart move. 10 seconds, so still a little bit of life here for Georgetown. Michael, I think they can get, if they hurry, they should be able to get 2 plays off, but they've got to get out of bounds if they pass.
They've got to.
Fillmore will line up as a receiver to the left alongside Dylan Cahill. On the right is Noah Drum. On a 2nd down and 10 from Stephenville's 33. Hard count. That drew a man off sides. It should have been a free play. No call, and Fillmore is going to possibly stay in bounds. And the Stephenville coach says no, yelling right in the right ear of the official. And I kind of agree. I think Fillmore did get out there, Michael. His right foot was out of bounds.
I think so.
It's kind of funny. The coach was right there on it, and he's yelling at the official saying to keep the clock rolling.
I'm really surprised that the encroachment call was not called.
That was definite encroachment. Last play here, 3rd down and a short one. Seosin on the Stephenville 24. Has a back behind him, trips to the right. Seosin steps back, and he will be slammed to the turf, and that will do it for the first half of play. Victor Moreno for Stephenville. And my goodness, the sting is on right now in Stephenville. If you're a Georgetown Eagle fan, 25-8. Michael, that was a tough one for the Eagles. And, you know, they wanted to try to get in there, but they just couldn't get any drives really in rhythm, only besides one. And that's been the story of the game. Corey Coleman been really the only big highlight for these Eagles so far.
It has. I mean, you've seen flashes. You've seen some Noah Drum. You've seen some Dylan Cahill and of course, as you mentioned, Corey Coleman makes some great flashes. And even Jackson Seosin with his legs at times has been successful. But they haven't been able to string anything together consecutively to stay on track and put Stephenville back on their heels. And unfortunately, that pick six, golly, that just really deflates the air out of your sails.
Well, it does. A 28-minute halftime. We'll take a break. We'll step aside. We'll let you enjoy the sights and sounds. The sounds first, the sights after midnight of your Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. Stay with us. SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle football continues, presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Neich, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Lieutenants are Erica Germain, Holly Miklinchek, Rebecca Young, and in the center, your 2018-2019 Georgetown captain is Hannah Harriet. Social of the Week is Haley Marbidi. Georgettes of the Week are Lily Canales and Jaylee Lindley. Author's Choice this week is Hannah Pardman and Annabelle Coram. And the Social Butterflies of the Week are Madison Perdomo and Ariel Skelton. And now watch the Georgettes as they perform a jazz routine to the hit Fall Out Boy song, Light 'Em Up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. How about those Jets? The Georgettes are directed by Miss Mrs. Prosper and assisted by Miss Olivia Westmoreland. The directors and instructional leadership team of the Eagle Band would like to now recognize our members, section and parents of the week. The brass marcher of the week is George Barber. The woodwind marcher of the week is Avery Garland McMahon. Front ensemble member of the week is Malina Spike, and the drumline marker of the week is Chet Vega. The Eagle Band section of the week is the trombone. Finally, please give a hearty round of applause for our Eagle Band parent of the week, Miss Angela Washburn. Congratulations, Angela. The award-winning Eagle Band is led on the field by senior drum majors Catherine Massey, Anna White, and junior drum major Aaron Lindsay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the Eagle Band's 2018 Fun Show. This year we're performing to the Michael Jackson Spooktacular Smash Hit Thriller.
gentlemen, Stephenville High School proudly presents the ever-popular Stingrette and Dash. The captains are Blake Dean, Samantha Dewberry, Tara Garza, Haley Pritchard, Sarah Ratliff, and Bailey Sanderford. The shining star is Kayla Smith. Sting of the week is Hannah McCrae. Shining star dad is Mr. Eugene Dewberry. Sting dad of the week is Mr. Chet Cameron. Tonight's performance is dedicated to Lolo Laredo. Enjoy the Stingerettes as they perform to the 60s Smash Hit by the Temptations. Get ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Michael Francis here in a game where Stephenville tonight putting the sting on the Eagles 25-8, a very high-quality team, as we were talking earlier, top-ranked in state polls. And, Michael, this is a team that historically has been lights out. They have done great jobs over the years. You know, Georgetown, through staffing, if you go back and look, has a lot of connections to this community, a lot of connections to former coaches that used to be here. Special shout-out as well to Boots Elliott. We talked to him last night. Been here 28 years, a guy that is committed to this town, to this community, does a lot with the local radio stations here, and we appreciate the hospitality as well. You know, we came up, we always have a lot of equipment, Michael, when we do our video broadcasts and things like that. So, again, a special thank you to Boots for helping us tonight and getting us set up here. 12:20 to go before we get things going. Again, Stephenville leading 25-8. Michael, been a tough one tonight. Georgetown's got to make some adjustments in this third quarter in the second half to really find a way to, you know, what do you do when you get stung by a wasp? Put a little Colgate on it, a little toothpaste. They got to find us some good, thick toothpaste or baking soda tonight.
Yeah, they got to put something on there, whether it's ice or baking soda, toothpaste, whatever it takes. They need to apply it. Georgetown, overall, I mean, they need to make adjustments throughout the course of the game and all phases of the game. Defensively, they've got to be able to shut down the ground attack. Nowak is he's gashing for big runs. The passing game is just tearing us apart. And we got to make those adjustments. You got to be able to make those keys. Speed kills, and tonight we're seeing that with the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. They're extremely fast. They're ball hawks on defense. They're able to make things happen with their feet on offense, and it appears to have caught Georgetown off their feet, got them off their stride, and we just haven't seen that all season long, and Georgetown is just caught off guard. The offensive line needs to hold their blocks. They're not giving Jackson enough time back there to throw the ball and make things happen and develop the play. And he's having to scramble and try to make things happen, and it's just not happening.
Well, as we go over first half stats provided by Galen Wilnicki, if you look at the first downs, Georgetown was 6, Stephenville with 9. Georgetown carried the ball 17 times, only 3 yards. You'll remember after the first quarter they were negative 25 yards. So they did find a little bit of a running game to recoup there and bring their net yardage up. But 17 carries for only 3 yards. Stephenville, 13 carries for 53 yards. Georgetown passing the ball well tonight, although that big one from Corey Coleman is really what helped get Jackson Seosin's stats up. at 147 yards for Seosin. As far as Stephenville on their side of the ball, Renfro tonight for 123, 15 of 21 for Seosin, 1 interception. Renfro 11 for 13. He is having a phenomenal night for the Yellow Jackets of Stephenville. Total plays and yards, Georgetown 38 for 150, Stephenville 26 for 173. Penalties haven't been too big of a deal for Georgetown, but they've still got to find a way to limit those numbers. 3 of them for 15 yards, Stephenville 2 for 15. And Georgetown puts the ball on the ground once. Luckily, Seosin able to get back on that one. Stephenville tonight doing an excellent job holding on to the football. 2 punts for Georgetown, 3 for Stephenville. Torres tonight really having a struggling night against this tough defense of the Yellow Jackets. Torres, X-Man, only 4 of 14. But, of course, some of those recouping on the negative yards from earlier. Nowak tonight, 10 for 50. You start talking about Seosin, he's got to find a way to move around in that pocket a little bit more. The pressure has been coming all night, Michael. You talked about that moments ago. Seosin tonight trying to find his rhythm, 15 of 21 again. Renfro, 11 of 13 for 123. Receiving for Georgetown, Noah Drum, 6 catches for 51. He's on par to have another good night tonight. And Clough, 2 for 55. And Cahill tonight goes 3 for 39. We also talk about that big pass that Corey Coleman caught off the fingertips as well. I believe 75 yards in this ball game. So we'll see what happens. 8:47 to go. The Stephenville Marching Band on the field now. As Michael, we will quickly go over some other scores tonight from the Central Texas region. Hutto Hippos, man, they have came out of the water again tonight, showing their colors here in the district. All over Connolly at halftime, 56-7. Manor High School, the Mustangs, who Georgetown will play, 17-7 over Pflugerville. That one in the second quarter at the end of the second. And Cedar Park putting on some damage at Rouse tonight, or Rouse at Cedar Park, 28-7, that game at halftime. We talked about that game on the trip over here, Rouse and Cedar Park. You know, Cedar Park having a little bit of a struggle this year, but they're going to start finding their rhythm. Now, I've always said in this district, I believe that it's going to be Hutto, Cedar Park, and Georgetown. We'll see how things even out at the end of the year, though. We're still a long way away. We haven't started district play for Georgetown.
Right. Haven't started it. And tonight is the start for all the other teams in District 11 5A. But you remember just a few years ago, Rob, when Cedar Park started the season off 0-2, and they came back to win the state championship that year. And you can't close the book on Cedar Park at any time.
Well, we'll step aside. We'll take another quick break, allow you to enjoy some of the sounds here of the Stephenville Marching Band. 7 minutes to go before we kick things back off in the third quarter. Georgetown, remember, won that toss. They deferred. They will receive the ball in the second quarter. Stay with us, friends. Georgetown Eagle football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue. We'll be right back after this.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Knight, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Have you seen the culture around youth sports lately? The short-sighted, sometimes ugly win-at-all-cost attitude has driven many kids away from wanting to participate. At Positive Coaching Alliance Central Texas, we believe that sports is an amazing way for kids to learn crucial life lessons, how to react to winning, coping with disappointment, and improving through effort. Come join PCA, Central Texas movement to create a healthy sports environment. Visit pca-centraltx.org.
Rob Hipp back here with Michael Francis, and welcome into the broadcast booth with us, as it's been a tough game so far for Stephenville coming in, and as far as Georgetown, it's been a tough game for Georgetown tonight versus Stephenville. As we talk about the Sting, man, there's no other way to describe it. This is a tough team, a team that is very well coached, and tonight it's really exposing some vulnerabilities in Georgetown they're going to have to work on here, and hopefully we can see a turnaround in that second half, Michael.
Hopefully we do see a turnaround in the second half. You know, it's the last of our non-district schedule, and next week we face Hutto to start the district schedule and find out your weaknesses. You're playing a state-ranked team that has speed, they've got strength, and they've got determination. And all that together, Georgetown is caught off guard. They've not played anybody so far this season to this caliber.
I think it's good right now. The Eagles are facing a little adversity, a good kind of wake-up call for them, too. You know, we talked to Coach Dean, and some coaches don't like the bye weeks. Other coaches just say, so what, we'll get back out there and play. And that's kind of Coach Dean's attitude, is we'll give the kids a time a little bit to rest up, get caught up on some of their schoolwork, their academics, and then get back out here and play. But you do got to wonder, you come off a bye week, you got to wonder, are you still kind of fogged up from a little bit, maybe too much rest?
Right. That's always kind of been my thought. I'm not a fan of the bye week, so, you know, that argument there, because it kind of throws you off your rhythm. You know, you get in a rhythm of playing a certain way, and Georgetown was really playing at a real high caliber and peak football. And they're coming into an opponent tonight that is a very, very tough 4A opponent, and they are on their heels. When
you're playing in a football town against a football school and a football community, it doesn't matter if you're 6-man, 1A, 2A, 3. Well, I guess if you're 6-man, because you can't play 11 on 6. Right. But the numbers don't matter. What does matter right now is that Stephenville tonight showing great effort against Georgetown, and they are dominating this ball game so far early in this one. So we'll step aside. We'll take a quick break. Third quarter action will be on here in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue here in just a few moments.
Congratulations to this week's band member of the week, freshman Arizona Barnes. Color guard member of the week is junior Cassie Soto, and the section of the week is the trumpets. The Yellow Jacket Band staff is Michael Childs, Megan Lockwood, Michael Limberly, and Chris Conway. Directors. Color guard director is Stephanie Childs. Techs for the band are Matt Edwards, Madison Howell, and Madeline McKenzie. The SHS Band would like to give a special thanks to our platinum level members, Mangrove Air Conditioning Incorporated and Nearing Technology. Gold level member, McLemore Financial Group, and silver level members, Bruner Motors, CC Pizza, KSTV Radio, Robert and Laura Campbell, Signs Express Plus, Stephanie and Gray Ashley, and Taco Casa.
Well, Georgetown running back onto the field now under the flying G as Stephenville. They've got an awesome inflatable as well, Michael, that they run out of. You know, these things aren't cheap. And you look at Stephenville's, I like that big helmet, man. That is something awesome. You know the kids enjoy running through that. They got the smoke going just like we do at home. And they are ready to come out here and continue their domination of this game. Hats off to this Stephenville team, who tonight is really showing the quality and the caliber of team that they are as they run here from left to right, carrying their flag, busting through their opening. And it will be a third quarter here where Georgetown is going to have to find an answer. You talk about Renfro. This is a quarterback that comes into this game 19 of 34, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns coming in. Tonight, his footwork has simply been unbelievable out there for Stephenville. You also got to give your hats off to Kreese Nowak. This is a running back that is not to be reckoned with, the senior tonight. He was almost at 400 yards coming into this game. He's already over that, so this is a young man that's averaging, you know, close to 100 a game, really putting on a clinic here tonight as well. And not only on his running game, this is an all-around player, 13 receptions for 219 yards, 3 touchdowns total here tonight, or coming into tonight's game versus Georgetown here on their home field.
Well, when you come in to a game and you have a 5.8 yard per carry average, you're going to get your yards. And tonight he has been able to do that. He has spun out of tackles and has made things happen with his feet. If it's not inside, he's bouncing to the outside and extending the play and getting the extra yardage.
Third quarter action brought to you by Todd Hargrove State Farm. We appreciate the State Farm Agency and Todd Hargrove for all of your sponsorship and fine work here that you do to help make these broadcasts possible here on SHN Sports. As Stephenville will kick this one off from left to right. Georgetown set back to receive. Todd Hargrove, I say it, man, he's my insurance agent. He's my personal insurance agent, and Doug Groves is my business agent. So love being able to give shout-outs to the folks who help us do what we do. Right toe to leather, this one's going to sail up into the air and drop just shy of the 20-yard line. Georgetown will have it and immediately stop. Flags fly all over the place, laundry everywhere. And we will see what the call is here. David, what did you see over there on your end, if you've got your mic on?
There's about 2 flags down on the field. Maybe a couple of late hits there.
Well, we appreciate David tonight, running camera for us in the other room. Michael Francis here, along with yours truly, Rob Hipp. Nathan Height here as well as Joshua Harris from Oak Ridge Disciple House, our season presenting sponsor. And this appears that it will be against Stephenville, Michael.
Yeah, that's the 15-yard variety. The personal foul call against the Yellow Jackets. I don't know if you paid attention to that kick, Rob. Did you see how Atlantic Carrillo put some English on that ball as it hit the turf and it spins backwards and heads up the field?
Underway we are here in the third quarter of action. Thanks for joining us. Jackson Siosen will have it 1st and 10 from his own 38. Handoff to his back on the right hash. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. It was into the hands of Torres. And they're going to say Torres did get 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Georgetown here on their 7th possession of the night. 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Siosen will keep it here as he initially was going to hand off to Torres. And, boy, that is some aggressive play by Georgetown out there after the play. And Georgetown better be careful because that could have easily been a personal foul against the Eagles. I don't know if you saw that, Michael. No gain on the play. Maybe 1, actually.
Yeah, all I saw was Siosen's face mask in the hand of one of the Yellow Jackets all the way through the tackle, and nobody called it.
Yeah, there was a Georgetown offensive lineman out there that threw a guy to the ground after the whistle. 3rd down and 9. Siosen from his own 39 has protection, throws this one, and it's too short. Intended receiver was Dylan Cahill. It's incomplete just inside the 50, and Georgetown will be a 3 and out quickly. And things getting a little tense down there on the field right now.
Well, I think it kind of goes back to what you said a while ago, Rob, that the penalties aren't being called, and so the officials are allowing the players to play.
And, you don't mind it so much as long as it's going to be consistent, and that's what we've seen here tonight. It's consistent calling across the board. It'll be 4th and 9. Georgetown set to punt this one away. It'll be Clough punting this one from his own 25, right toe. This is going to be a short punt, and it will take an out-of-bounds trip over on the left side to the 33-yard line. So that is where Stephenville, with their commanding 25-8 lead, will take over here for the first possession of the second half, the 7th overall. We go back and look. They scored on their 2nd possession, their 3rd possession. They also had that 40-yard interception return in this ball game, setting up the 25-8 lead that they currently have. This drive will start on the own 33. Renfro and handed it off over to Nowak, and this time Nowak will be dropped. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they move it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Jonathan Nightschmare on the drop. 2nd down and 10 for Stephenville. On the option, pitches back over to Nowak, and this time he will bounce around through defenders like a pinball machine as he's able to stay on his feet, finally drop down, but they'll give him forward progress. to the 37. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Taylor Bell trying to put a ring. I don't want to say a ring on it. You don't want to do putting a ring in his head there with that hit. Third down and 6. They give him an extra one. 3rd down and 6. Stephenville on their own 37. Quick offense here. And this one is broken up at the 50, incomplete. Great play by the Eagles. It was Jonathan Knights breaking that one up. Incomplete, and it'll be 4th down, and Stephenville will have to come out here and punt this one as well, Michael.
Well, that is exactly what the Georgetown defense needed to do. They limit Stephenville to a 3-and-out here to start their first possession of the second half. They've got to do this the rest of the game. They can't allow their offense to get back on track.
Noah Drum set back to receive around the 25. The punt is up on its way. It's going to be a short, high punt, and it won't be able to be returned by Georgetown. It goes out of bounds on the right side, and the official is going to mark this one out of bounds. He's giving it some good yardage here to the 39.
That's the right call. It went out about the 40-yard line. I was kind of thinking when he was headed up to the 30, I'm like, my gosh, what's he doing? Giving him 10 more yards. But he evidently used that as a reference and then came back.
Georgetown will have it here, 1st down and 10 on their own 39. 9:20 to go, 3rd quarter, trailing 25-8 on the road here at Memorial in Stephenville, Texas. Low snap, Seosin has it, throws over, and Corey Coleman has the reception at the 44. It'll be 2nd down and manageable for the Eagles. Nathan Diedrich on the tackle. Diedrich there playing is that left cornerback, actually a right cornerback right now. 2nd down and 5 from the 44 of his own side. Seosin has his back to his right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to hand off over to X, and X-Man trying to bring the X factor, and no gain on the play. If they gave him 1, I'd be surprised. They may have given him forward progress to the 45, Michael. If that's the case, it'll be 3rd down and 4, and that is it. Blue Kaler on the tackle.
Blue Kaler, he has been all over this field. And he had the pick 6 earlier. Mike linebacker.
3rd down and 5. They do move it back to the 44. No gain. Seosin shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Hard count, passing quickly, and that one's tipped and intercepted at the 50. 2nd interception, and wow, the Stephenville player got up and threw the ball at Georgetown. That's going to be a personal foul, uncalled for. I understand the frustrations, but young man, you just got the interception. There's no need to get upset and throw the ball at a player.
Yep. Nathan Diedrich on the interception.
And there was
tip drill.
3 flags fly out there on the field. A great heads-up play by Diedrich, but again, I understand you get emotional and things go through your mind. That was just a tough tackle by Georgetown, and he got up and threw the ball at the young man who made the tackle. A 2nd interception for Jackson Seosin, and that'll be the 8th possession of the evening for Stephenville. We haven't seen any really tense games so far this season, and so far tonight, this has been a pretty thick one.
It's been error-free so far, but you're starting to see some frustrations develop.
I would expect this ball to come back. There was 3 officials throwing 3 pieces of laundry. They were all right there on that play.
Well, Stephenville's moving back down the field, so
should be a 15-yard penalty from the spot. Dean talking things over as well. And it is a personal foul against Stephenville, so that'll move him back 15. One of the fans here booing on that. That's definitely, you can't throw the ball at someone after a play. It's getting a little tense up here tonight in Stephenville, Texas, man.
Little intense.
I'm enjoying being here. Radio crew here, as I've talked about all night. My hats definitely go off to those guys. As we had a lot of stuff to bring up here. That is a 15-yard penalty. So what would have been the ball, Michael, at the 50? We'll go all the way back now to the 35-yard line. So we flip sheets here as Renfro takes the field again after the interception. 1st and 10 from his own 35. Handoff up the middle, trying to dive to the right hash mark. And the back will be brought back to the original line of scrimmage. Mason Meyer with the stop there on Nowak.
Now, Meyer had some help from Matt Anderson, and they put the whammy on Nowak.
Gave him a yard, 2nd and 9 from his own 36. This time a pass over in the flats to the left side, and the receiver able to get that reception brought out of bounds. A very hard-fought receiving play up to the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 on the 36-yard line. Renfro, quick snap, hands off to his back, plowing through defenders, and he will be stopped a yard short of the first down marker at the 44. And I kind of, this time, may have to agree with the Stephenville fans. It looks like he crossed that 45-yard line, Michael. And they finally do move it ahead now to the 46.
No, the line judge.
It
was a player. A player went up and moved it. A Stephenville player did.
Well, I think he was right where he moved it because they crossed that 45-yard line, and unfortunately they're not going to give Stephenville the first down, so I kind of have to agree with that. From up here, it looked like he crossed the 45. They don't give him the first down. It'll be at the 45, and we will see if Stephenville will go for it here on a 4th and 1 from their own 44.
They're
lining up under center. Passing, Renfro, a man all open, and he will go in and score the touchdown across the lines. Georgetown not ready for that play. My goodness. A 56-yard touchdown strike. Actually make it, 56-yard touchdown pass. And Michael, I did not see who that went to from up here. I think it was over to the sophomore Gavin Roundtree. The extra point kick is up, and it is good. And friends, it is 32-8 as Stephenville dominating this game at the 6:51 mark.
That's who it was.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. It was actually Zane Walker with that 56-yard touchdown reception. Thank you, Michael.
Well, I knew that something was happening as soon as they snapped the ball, and Renfro takes 2 steps back to pass, and Walker was already down the field behind the defense, and there was nothing that Georgetown could do to catch him.
The 9th possession of the night upcoming for your Georgetown Eagles. They trail right now 32-8. Thanks to everyone out there listening to us tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis will have video of this one up after midnight. That is per UIL rules. Hey, I also wanted to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. You'll know the moment that we go live. It's youtube.com/SHN Sports 1. That's youtube.com/SHN Sports and the numeral 1. Carrillo set to kick this one off. Georgetown back to receive at the 5. It is into the hands of Clough, and Clough across the 20 on the left side, spins around to the 25. And Georgetown will have 75 yards to go, and they trail 32-8. That's 24 in the hole right now, Michael. It's 6:43 to go here in the third. And we have, is this an early timeout here already?
I think there was an injury on the field.
Well, there was, so the teams quickly huddle up. Now they break back. Again, third quarter action brought to you by Todd Hargrove, State Farm Insurance. Thank you, Todd, and your wonderful staff there at State Farm, located on the square in Georgetown next to 600 Degrees Pizza. Get some pizza and insurance. Georgetown on their own 24, 1st down and 10. Seosin hard count. Seosin will pass over, has his man across the middle at the 40. Still on his feet, spinning around, dropped down at the 45. 1st down for the Eagles. It was into the hands of Dylan Cahill. Cahill giving the Eagles a little life here with 6:35 to go in the third.
Now, this is what we've seen from Georgetown at times tonight. You see flashes. We just need to develop some consistency.
First down and 10 from his own 46 to Siosen. Siosen hands off to Torres. Torres breaks through defenders, and Torres will have the ball at the 47-yard line on the right hash. It'll be second down and a short 3 for Georgetown. Quickly back in offense, 2nd and 3 from the 47. Handoff again to Torres. Torres lowers his left shoulder, tries to barrage his way through defenders using his small frame. He'll only pick up a yard on the play. It'll be third down and a manageable 2 for the Eagles. They've got the ball on the Stephenville 46-yard line on the right hash. Siosen in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He has a back to either side. One of them's Torres. Hard count again. This time the handoff. No, he's going to keep it. And Jackson, action, Siosen dives his way forward, picking up a healthy gain on 3rd and 2, all the way to the Stephenville 38. This is the drive that Georgetown needed, Michael.
Definitely need to get it started. You're running out of clock, and you got to get some points on the board.
First down and 10 for the Eagles on the Yellow Jacket 38. Siosen, 3 yards back in a shotgun. Rolls over to his left. Siosen dodged through defenders here, and he throws this one away to the right side. It'll be incomplete around the 30. Nobody in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood on that pass.
Nobody, and he did have some time. He was trying to check his progressions down the field, and they were covered up, and so he tried to spin out and make things happen, but Stephenville, with that closing speed, just did not give him enough room and time to get it done.
Second down and 10 from the Stephenville 38 for Siosen. Snap back. He's going to hand off to Xavier. Xavier finds a gun up the middle, and he will dive his way forward to the 26 for a Georgetown Eagle first down in between the hash marks. Quickly back in action. First down and 10 from the Stephenville 26. Georgetown threatening red zone. And again, it's Torres, and this time he's upended. A hard-fought 3-yard gain. It'll be second down and 7 to the 23-yard line.
Tell you what, he's a small guy, but you watch him level down and go in to a tackle. He is knocking players back.
Second down and 7 and a fumble. And did Siosen get back on it? The Yellow Jackets think they have the ball, and this is going to be a heartbreaker for Georgetown if they coughed it up here again. Another drive that they were on.
Siosen came up with it.
And he got back on it, thank goodness. Georgetown's had several of these tonight threatening the red zone, and that's where they've turned things over or weren't able to get the first down. As Torres will head over to the sideline here. It'll be third down and 10 for Georgetown on the 26-yard line of Stephenville. 2 receivers to either side for Siosen, standing in shotgun at the 31. Passes over in the flats to the right. It's Cahill, and Cahill still on his feet. Actually, that's not. Yeah, it is Cahill.
No,
it was not. It's 80.
Cade Lachlan.
Yeah, it's Cade Lachlan, and Lachlan getting his second catch of the season here. It's fourth down and 6. Georgetown's going to have to go for it here.
And Lachlan, just a sophomore.
Lachlan on the left side along with Noah Drum. 2 receivers to the right. Fourth down and 6 from the Stephenville 22 is Siosen. Tries to draw off Stephenville off sides as they jumped but did not cross the neutral zone. Siosen resets on a 4th and 6. Over the middle, Lachlan, did he come up with it? No, he dropped it right in between the hash marks. He had the route, and that is the second drop we've seen tonight on a 4th down that Georgetown should have converted. The first one was Noah Drum, and that was Lachlan. Tonight, the middle focus just not there right now for the Eagles. They'll turn it over, trailing 32-8 at the 3:01 mark here in the third.
And that was a good effort by Lachlan on the diving attempt to make that catch. Just a little low from Jackson Siosen, but he tried to make it happen.
Good effort, but just not enough oomph on it. The ball now at the 22-yard line on the left hash mark, and that is where Stephenville, with their 32-8 lead, will take over on downs. Renfro, shotgun, hands off to his back. Over to the left side, angling towards the numbers. Only a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and 9 as he gets the ball up to the 23-yard line. Tyler Knowles there with the tackle. Mason Meyer along with Knowles. And Colby Cummings playing bandit, making up that front three for Georgetown on the defense. 2nd down and 9 from the 23. And it is a handoff and brought down at the 30 here on the right side. It's into the hands of Nowak. Matt Anderson making the tackle there. It'll be 3rd down and 2. It's actually 3rd down and 1, the ball on the 31. So 3rd down and 1 from the 31 on their side of the field. Michael, a huge opportunity here for the Blue Storm to finally bring some thunder tonight.
They really need to, especially while they have Stephenville down in their end of the field.
3rd and 2, another comfortable pass, and it's broken up on the right side, though. Credit there to Georgetown. It was Sal De La Rosa. And De La Rosa breaking up the pass, and that will force a fumble. We just talked about it. Georgetown needed something here at the 147 mark, trailing 32-8. They get the stop they need, hoping to give their offense another opportunity here. Be 4th down and 2 from their own 31. And the punt is up and on its way. Back to receive is Noah Drum. Wow, a booming punt. And this will take a roll. And for some reason, Drum picks it up. Unbelievable. And Drum will be dropped inside the 5. He should have just let that one roll into the end zone.
I don't think he was going to make it to the end zone, Rob.
I think it had about 3 yards to roll, and I think it could have.
Because it looked like he was starting to spin back. Or at least that's what I thought I saw. And maybe Drum thought he saw that too. So.
Well, unfortunately, in any case, it'll be inside the 5. They're going to mark that ball down at the 4-yard line. Georgetown's got 96 yards to try to dig into this 32-8 deficit at the 134 mark here in the 3rd quarter. By far, the worst field position they've had to start in tonight. We'll get to more of our sponsors here in a few moments. Again, 3rd quarter brought to you by Todd Hargrove, State Farm Insurance, here on Georgetown Eagle Football, presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Seosin is going to stand in his own end zone now on a 1st and 10, the ball on his own 4-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, and now a false start by the Eagles, and that'll drop them halfway to the goal, or was it a delay of game?
Well, no, they called timeout.
No, they called. Well, the flag flew.
The umpire over there indicated timeout to Georgetown.
So they called timeout right in the nick of time. Michael, I'll send it over to you to thank some more of our wonderful sponsors for help making Georgetown Eagle Football possible on SHN.
Georgetown Eagle Football, presented by Oak Ridge Disciple House, is a faith-based Christian character building ministry that helps men age 18 and older overcome substance abuse addiction through a well-planned and structured program. If you or someone you know is struggling to overcome their addiction, the Oak Ridge Disciple House can help. Please visit them online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Thank you to Joshua Harris and the Oak Ridge Disciple House for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Want to remind you, friends, if you're listening tonight, the SHN Sports text line is open. Send us a text message, 512-522-9105. 1st down and 10 from his own 4. Hard count. Seosin's going to hand off to his back, plows his way forward, and maybe gets to the 5-yard line. It was to R.J. Andale Moreno. Moreno's got to find some Andale in this game, as this young man definitely has the skills and the speed, but struggling a bit here early for the Eagles. And it's not just on him. This entire team tonight seeing the true power of this Stephenville squad on a 2nd down and 9 from the 5. Fumble in the backfield.
It's recovered by Stephenville.
Recovered by Stephenville, and that will be a touchdown. Hats off to this Stephenville team tonight. The Yellow Jackets putting multiple stings on the Eagles, extending their lead now for the time being 38-8.
And now you see why they were so strong in leading the turnover ratio coming into tonight's game. And that's what, the 4th turnover that has turned into points for Stephenville tonight?
Absolutely.
They're ball hawks, and they're all around. A bad exchange.
They're able to get right on it. Extra point is good, and we've got a 39-8 ball game now. The Yellow Jackets doing damage here on their home field tonight. Hats off to this team. Very disciplined, well coached as always. Yellow Jackets in 4A, so we don't care what division we're going to play against. We're going to come in here, we're going to play strong, and tonight showing why they are a top 10 team in their polls here in Texas.
Football on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by Ricky Poe, owner of Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry specializes in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, and appraisals, and are buyers of gold, silver, coins, and more. Georgetown Jewelry since 2013. Drop by the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown or visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Still 1:02 to go here in the third. Georgetown set for their 11th possession of the night. Turnovers costly for the Eagles. Siosen with 2 interceptions, and the Eagles fumbling twice, I believe, now.
Fumbled twice. They've turned over 2 interceptions. And they have not, Stephenville has not had any turnovers.
Right toe to leather. This one will sail up into the air. It'll be returnable just inside the 5. Georgetown has it on the left side, trying to slice through defenders, and Torres brought down around the 24. They may mark him at the 23. And the officials and everybody trying to break up a little more heat down there on the field. The Eagles will quickly talk things over on their side of the field before they break into huddle here. 51 seconds to go. Stephenville leading on their home field 39-8. Live tonight here from Stephenville, Texas. Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis. Thanks for joining us on SHN Sports. Total domination by the Yellow Jackets. First down and 10 for Georgetown. They'll start on their own 23-yard line. Siosen in shotgun, and now the line judge from the right side will run up quickly, and a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. 2 timeouts remaining for either team. Michael, back to you.
Minuteman Press in Georgetown is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. For all of your design, printing, and promotional needs, Minuteman Press is your one-stop shop for all of your marketing products and services. Minuteman Press can be found online at www.mmpx.com. Thank you to Ty Gibson and Minuteman Press for your generous support in helping make these broadcasts possible.
Georgetown trailing 39-8, 51 seconds to go. First down and 10 from their own 23. The only time they've scored tonight was in the second quarter on their third possession after that 6-yard pass to Noah Drum, a drive that started on their own 38. Siosen here again from his own 23 in shotgun. Has Torres as the back to his right, trips to the right, one receiver all alone down to the left. Fake pass here, handoff to Torres. Torres spins around and he's leveled at the 26-yard line on the left hash mark. It'll be second down and long for Georgetown.
Blue Kaler in on that tackle.
Second and 4 from his own 27. Empty backfield, pass over to the right, well over the reach of his intended receiver out there for Georgetown. It was Cade Lachlan, and there was no way that he could jump that high.
Yeah, he needed a ladder to get up to that one.
The sky ladder. Georgetown doesn't want to go 3 and out here. It's third down and 6. They've got the ball on their own 27. Trailing 39-8, 24 seconds to go third quarter. Siosen shotgun. Torres is back behind him, 2 receivers to either side. Now a man in motion from left to right. Jackson is going to pass this one. He may have been over the line of scrimmage. Turning around, he throws another interception at the 35. I think Jackson was over the line of scrimmage. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. He threw an interception at the 35, the third of the night, his 4th of the year. That one all the way down to the 34. Georgetown's just trying to force something now, and they've got to get back to playing Georgetown Eagle football. This is not how Georgetown plays.
No, definitely not. And they've just been off balance all night long, and you're seeing the frustration that comes along with being off balance and being dominated by your opponent. And it's coming through in Georgetown. You're seeing elbows and fists kind of fly and little late hits. Referees not calling them.
Last possession for Georgetown, interception. The last one, interception. And now first down and 10 from his own 34 is Renfro. He'll hand off to his back on the left. And a gain of 2. Nowak there gets the ball to around the 36-yard line.
New quarterback for Stephenville, Rob, I believe. It's either number 8 or 0.
That'll be the end of the third quarter, brought to you by Todd Hargrove, State Farm Insurance. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in just a few moments.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Knight, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football live tonight on SHN Sports. 2nd down and 8 from his own 36. And running through defenders as he goes on the right side across the 40. It's the sophomore Gavin Roundtree, and around the tree and around the field he goes. All the way into Georgetown Eagle territory. My goodness, 25-plus yards on that carry, Michael. He'll have the ball all the way up to the Georgetown 36.
So a direct snap to Roundtree, which he's taken the snap the past 2 plays.
52 yards on that run. On the right hash mark. 1st down and 10 on the Georgetown 36. And a handoff here to his back on the left side, and it's an 11-yard gain on 1st down to the 25. Crease Nowak.
No, hold on. It didn't change.
Phillips.
I saw the 5. Kason Phillips.
Yeah, Kason Phillips with the run. 11 yards on a 1st down to the Georgetown 25. Yellow Jackets commanding 39-8. They're up by 31 here on their home field tonight. Memorial Stadium, Tarleton State University. The house and the home of the Yellow Jackets. 1st and 25 from his own 25 as Renfro slings this one from the right arm and has the reception and has his man at the 3-yard line.
Hey, we had the inside track on Taco Williams, and Taco Williams had no chance to make that play.
Once again, near the end zone at the 10:55 mark, Stephenville leading 39-8. We'll have a lot to talk with Coach Dean on this upcoming coaches show on Wednesday at Berger University. It's good to get this. If you're going to lose one, get it done in the non-district schedule. 1st and goal from the 3, handoff, diving in, gracing his way for the touchdown right up the middle.
Kason Phillips.
Kason Phillips, a 3-yard run for the touchdown.
Rob, I can't remember in recent memory the last time that Georgetown was handled this soundly.
Carrillo, his foot is stinging tonight. He has been busy kicking the ball here for Stephenville. The ball down, right toe to leather. That one bounces off the left upright, and it's no good, and that's really the only flaw tonight for these Yellow Jackets. Trailing, or leading 45-8, Georgetown trailing.
Matt Anderson coming from the left side. He almost got a hand on that, and I think he probably hurried Carrillo up just a little bit and went off the upright.
4th quarter action brought to you by the Bobby Rogers family, Trey, Amy, and Lindsay. Hey, if you're interested in any vehicle, I'm talking about any vehicle, call Bobby first. Give him a call at 806-632-9846. Again, 4th quarter action brought to you by the Bobby Rogers family. That's Gage Leggett's grandfather. If you need any car, anything, give him a call, 806-632-9846. How do you know, that's cool, if you need any car. That's what he said. He said, you tell people if they need any car, used, new, whatever you need, any car. That's pretty awesome. Leaves the door wide open.
Wide open.
Third quarter stats coming in now. Georgetown so far through this one, 9 first downs compared to 10. 29 carries, only 33 yards. 20 carries, 70 yards for Stephenville. Really, if you look at the stats, it's been pretty even, Michael. That's the funny thing, besides the rushing. Kick here from right to left, and it's fair caught at the 15, so that'll automatically move the ball up to the 25-yard line. Remember the rule, if you fair catch inside the 25, it goes to the 25. Don't really understand that. I guess that's kind of, if you finish third place, you get a trophy type rule.
I guess.
I mean, if you fair catch it at the 3, you should have it at the 3.
Right.
Whatever. That's the way it goes. Because remember the first game we called, I was confused about that. So
right.
he fair caught it at the 5. Why does he get to go all the way to the 25?
Well, Stephenville with 2 defensive scores in the ball game so far.
1st and 10 from his own 25. Pass over. On his feet is Coleman. Did he step out of bounds? They blew the whistle. It was a great catch and run as he was tightroping the sidelines, and unfortunately,
and he didn't do it upon the initial hit. He got downfield about 10 more yards and stepped out on the line.
Got it up to the 47 of his own side. Pass over here to Drum in the flat. Drum breaks through 1, tries to spin through 2, and he is drilled. My goodness, the aggressiveness of Stephenville is, I have never seen this against Georgetown. These guys are big bodies, and they are putting those big bodies to work tonight. Only a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Blue Kaler, wow. This guy has just been a beast on the field tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
2nd and 9 from his own 48, and to the left side, the pass caught by Corey Coleman. He's been one of the few highlights for Georgetown tonight on that left side, and he'll have the ball. And it'll be 3rd down, and it looks like about 4 from here on the 48 of Stephenville. Pass over on the right side in the flats to Drum, spinning around, and he's plowed down for a loss. Back to Eagle territory at the 50 or at the mid-century mark. Well, 4th down once again for the Eagles, and they're going to punt this one away. Stephenville fans on their feet, as they should be. Their team leading 45-8 at the 9:19 mark here in the Bobby Rogers family 4th quarter.
Was that a
Rob,
fumble?
Somebody coughed up that ball right there, and it was a fumble recovery by Stephenville.
Yeah, that is it. I thought they were lining up to punt this one away. Thank you, David. We missed that up here.
Right at the 50.
Yep. We don't have a replay tonight, unfortunately. I'd like to go back and look at some of these, but it doesn't matter. It's been a total domination by Stephenville. Georgetown fumbles again, and for the 10th time tonight, Stephenville will have the ball. 1st and 10 from the 50. Handoff up the middle and actually to the left hash for a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7. It was Kason Phillips getting some action tonight. 9 minutes to go. Final frame here in Stephenville, Texas. The Yellow Jackets lead 45-8. They've got the ball. 2nd down and 7 from the Georgetown 47. Thanks for being here with us and staying with us tonight. Stay with us through the entire broadcast. We'll break this one down at the end. Handoff in the backfield, and again the speed and the bodies fly up to the 39. 1 yard short of the 1st down. Now they're going to go ahead and say, you know what, we'll just push it to the 40. 1st down. It was Kason Phillips again. I've seen a lot of second spots here tonight in this game. That is one thing. Good news for either team is the clock is running. 45-8 the score, 8:14 to go. Georgetown trails on the road in their 4th and final non-district game before hosting Hutto at home next week. That's going to be a good one. Hutto is going to be rallying after their blowout over Connolly. That one not over, but I can go ahead and say that's how it's going to end, unfortunately, for the Connolly Cougars. 1st down and 10 from the Georgetown 40. And somehow still on his feet after skipping through defenders over to the left side, what would have been an original drop right back at the line of scrimmage. Kason Phillips says, I'm going to keep spinning, baby. He gets 5 on first. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 35 on the left hash.
Well, the thing that you see about these Yellow Jacket players and running backs is they keep their feet driving. They don't stop driving their feet. And Georgetown started letting go of the tackle, thinking the play was dead, and he spins out and keeps moving down the field when a whistle had not yet been blown.
Kind of reminds me of that North Texas play pretty recently in college football where they go on and score and win the game. 2nd down and 5 here from the Georgetown 35, and this time the Blue Storm, and we're going to stop them only for a gain of 1 on the handoff on the left hash.
I believe that stop was Tyler Knowles.
Knowles coming along there with Taylor Bell as well, as Georgetown runs that 3-3-4 defense a lot of times. Or 3-4-4, beg your pardon. Couldn't be 3-3-4, you'd only have 10. 3rd down and 4, ball resting on the Eagle 34, left hash for Stephenville, leading 45-8 at the 6:30 mark. Pass over left, has his man, pushed out of bounds at the 10. The big 1-3, Trace Morrison getting some more grabs, getting his team closer to that end zone yet again. The Blue Storm not able to hold. And the official line judge trying to talk things over, figuring out where to spot this ball. They'll put him down at the 13 on the left hash. 6:22. While the clock's running, he was out of bounds.
Running clock, I guess, is what they've decided to.
Wonder who decides that.
I think both coaches have to agree to it.
1st down and 10 inside the red zone at the 18. Handoff to the right side. In between the marks he goes at the 11-yard line. A pickup of a few. It'll be 2nd down and manageable. Stephenville can get the 1st down at the 4-yard line. Clock running 5:51. Give him 3 yards on a first. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The ball now resting in between the marks at the 11.
Kason Phillips once again on the run. And, you know, the thing that you're seeing here is they're way up ahead in the game, and they're not opting to just run the clock out. They're continuing to play with hard effort each play.
2nd down and 7. Handoff left side. Back. Trying to plow his way forward through a defender. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Nice effort there on that left side by Kason Phillips again, who in this 4th quarter has turned into a powerhouse for this team, taking advantage of Georgetown's inability on defense to stop right now. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Stephenville on their home field leading 45-8, Michael.
And we've seen a good exposition of football, at least on one side of the coin.
They'll actually give him a loss of 1. Moves the ball back to the 7. Pass over in the flats to the right side, breaking through 2 defenders and trying to get his way forward. No gain on the play. Maybe even a loss of 1 to the 8. The Blue Storm here holding. It'll be 4th down and about 4 from the 8-yard line, and we'll see the field goal unit come on as Chase Carrillo tries to knock one through. Coming into this game, 2 for 4 from field goal land. He's got 1 tonight, so 3 for 5. He's trying to go 4 for 6 on the season. 4th down and 4. This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt, and
interesting to see that wasn't a delay of game.
The officials whistling this one here, and I believe there was a timeout on the field. We'll see. And there was a timeout by Georgetown. Michael, we'll go over some more of those wonderful sponsors making Georgetown Eagle football broadcast possible.
Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair supports Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football in Georgetown. For general maintenance and automotive repair performed by ASE certified techs, drop by Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair next to Mel's Lone Star Lanes. You can visit them online at georgetownautorepair.com. Thank you, Joe Bob with Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, for your generous support of high school football in Georgetown. We'd also like to thank Pregame Insurance Group, located in Central Texas, is an insurance provider servicing clients in all 50 states. Pregame Insurance Group is designed to fit your insurance needs and help you manage potential risk, offering a wide variety of insurance products for business and personal needs. Pregame Insurance Group has you covered. For more information, visit them online at www.pigbcs.com. Thank you to Doug Groves and Pregame Insurance for supporting Georgetown Eagle football and SHN Sports.
25-yard field goal up from here. It looks good, and it is. And the lead now 48-8, a 40-point whooping tonight on the Georgetown Eagles. That one put through the uprights by Chase Carrillo, now 4 for 6 on the season.
Well, it's a tough night for the Georgetown Eagles. But remember this, folks, and never ever forget, Eagle fight never dies.
It may just take a little rest for a while, but it always comes back.
It'll be back. You can bet that Coach Dean will have them ready for next week's opener versus Hutto.
Other games on the SHNSports.com broadcast network tonight over in 6A. Hendrickson all over Leander at Bible tonight, 45-0. Mark Sickles, Gary Gutierrez on the call there in Leander. Marble Falls at Eastview, and Eastview with a 14-0 lead on that game. Travis Banks on the call back in Georgetown. Stephen Stunn also there on that game. And right back here in this one, 3:59 to go. Georgetown learning a lesson tonight, trailing 48-8. Kick, toe to leather, right to left. Fair caught at the 15, moves it up to the 45. Torres at the 15. So, again, that ball will go to the 45. 3:59 to go. David, I'll send it over to you for a minute. We haven't talked to you much tonight. Your thoughts here in this ball game. I don't think we've ever seen Georgetown get blown out like this in a long time.
Yeah, I was talking to Emily on the way up that this Stephenville team is going to fight to the very end, and they're just going to be tough country football, and this is going to be a pretty good picture of what Texas high school football normally looks like. So, rough game tonight for the Eagles, but they'll bounce back.
Another timeout called by Georgetown with 3:59 here to go. All I can think is that the clock was winding down to 0. I did miss that. Georgetown trailing 48-8 with 3:59 left here in the fourth.
Georgetown here on their own 25, and a timeout called on the field. No more timeouts left for Georgetown. No, there wasn't a timeout earlier. There's no timeouts left for the Eagles, 2 for the Yellow Jackets. It's first down and 10 from his own 25. Seosin shotgun standing at the 20, hard count, gets it on the second one, hands off up the middle to Fillmore. And Javante Rodan. And Rodan for the first time tonight on a carry. Should have thought about him earlier. 11 yards on a first down on that left side to the 36-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles. Rodan coming into this game, 13 carries, 103 yards, averages 7.9. First down and 10 from the 36. Rodan behind. Seosin is the back. 2 receivers and a wing to either side on the left hash mark. Seosin standing at the 31. And again, the handoff to Rodan. Rodan finding life on the right side. Has a blocker across the 50. Angles in between the numbers and now spins his way forward to the 35. Rodan back-to-back tough carries, giving his team a little life here with 3:23 to go. Georgetown would love nothing more than to punch another one in here. They've only got one touchdown tonight. They don't want to go down by 40, Michael. 3:19 to go, trailing 48-8. Now in Yellow Jacket territory on the 35. Seosin, shotgun as he always is. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver all alone down to the right, and Rodan is back behind him, standing at the 48. Some other guys getting a little action here for Georgetown. And Seosin passes over the middle. The left hash he goes and drugged down by the neck at the 29. It was Gage Leggett on the reception. So Gage coming in, playing a little offense now. That wasn't Leggett.
It's Garrett Mann.
That was Garrett Mann. I just heard the announcer here say Leggett. That's why I got to keep an eye on my own score.
Abel Morales out wide too.
Yeah, he's the one there on the right. Second down and 4 from the 29. Handoff to Rodan. Rodan powering his way forward. And again, Rodan close to a first down, and I think he's got it at the 25. Rodan, a powerful back. I really don't feel like we see him a lot.
They moved it back again, Rob.
Abel Morales heads back over to the sidelines. It'll be third down and a short one for Georgetown. Ball on the 26-yard line of Stephenville, 1:55 to go. Seosin shotgun has Rodan behind him. Trips to the left. And a handoff. Rodan right side. Rodan finding light. Splits through 2 across the 10, and Rodan will be brought down out of bounds. He may be inbounds, actually, Michael. And they're going to spot him just in front of the 5-yard line at the 7. Boy, Rodan impressive here on this drive. His speed is unmatched. And he will head over to the sidelines as R.J. Moreno will check back in. R.J. will line up as a back here on 1st down and goal from the 7.
Stephenville calls timeout. And Rodan gaining those yards against the starters. So they're still in there for Stephenville. So maybe that was part of the key for tonight, is having Rodan in there, a big, bruising, powerful back, to get these yards.
Well, again, we appreciate our friends here at Stephenville, Texas. The hospitality from Boots Ellis and his radio crew here, the home radio. Got to talk to him yesterday. I've said his name many times tonight. He helped us carry the equipment up here. I can't thank those guys enough, Michael. And we appreciate them and appreciate the hospitality of many folks here at Stephenville tonight. Something we got to do a lot of game prep in these games and calling around and talking to folks on the phone. And
takes a lot of coordination.
1st down and goal from the 7 for Seosin. Rodan back into the game now. Remember, Moreno was out there. And the handoff to Rodan. And Rodan this time will be slammed down at the 5-yard line. 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 at the 120 mark. Georgetown trails 48-8. We've only got a 2.5-hour drive back, and then tomorrow it's Southwestern NCAA Division III football. I'll be on the call on that one along with Galen Welnicki at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor. Georgetown fans, come out there and support your Pirates. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Man in motion from left to right is Denyer, and instead it'll be a handoff to Rodan. Rodan plows his way forward. Did he get in? He may be just a yard short, and he is at the 1. I think the offensive coordinator, Ricky Beatty, really wants to give Rodan this touchdown. He has been the force on this drive.
They need to make it happen. That clock is winding down, and nobody really seems to be in a hurry.
I think Rodan will get this one here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Rodan behind Seosin. There's nobody on the left. Watch that. Nobody protecting the left. Rodan will push his way forward, and Rodan will be stopped at the half-yard line, Michael. They better hurry. 20 seconds. Georgetown is just sitting here kind of squirmishing around.
It's 4th down.
That's 4th and goal. You've only got 10 seconds on the clock. The Eagles have got to hurry here. Come on, guys. There's absolutely no hurry up here. With 3 seconds on the clock, Seosin got to get it off, and they're not going to get it off. Wow. And a flag flew on that. I don't know why.
I don't either.
And that will do it. I don't know why Georgetown didn't hurry up there, Michael.
I don't know what was going on with the clock management on that last series.
Oh, and Seosin was trying to get the snap. Coach Dean is actually out there shaking hands with the officials. He knows that his team got an old-fashioned North Texas butt-whooping tonight, and you got to give your hats off to this Yellow Jackets team here in Stephenville, Texas, an athletic team. We'll have stats and more at the end of this one. Georgetown Eagle football presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. We'll continue post-game discussion here in a few moments. Stay with us, friends. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Michael Francis, and also a face that you may not get to see a whole lot here on the broadcast, Mr. David England, who helps run camera, working through some things tonight, but still getting the job done. David, I wanted to bring you on, man. Good to see you, as always. David, we also appreciate your fine work with Georgetown Fire Department and the fine, outstanding work that you do in the community. So I wanted to say thank you to that. And to get the man on camera. The man behind the camera gets to be on camera.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, David, as we break this one down, final stats provided by Galen Welnicki here in this ball game, presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Georgetown 13 first downs compared to 18 from Stephenville. 36 times Georgetown carried the ball. They finally got their rushing up, over 113 yards, most of that coming on that final drive from Rodan, who really came alive. It's got to make you think, are we going to see him run the ball more? Because on that last drive, he had some pretty good looks there. As we continue to talk to this one, 29 carries, 139 yards for Stephenville on the ground. Georgetown, 216 yards passing to 231 for Stephenville. 23 for 35, 3 interceptions, though, for Jackson Seosin, brings his total to 4. Of course, that last one kind of tip up. You can't really pin that on him, but statistically you can. So we know that Action Jackson will be back in the flow coming up versus Hutto. As we continue to look through things here, though, Georgetown put the ball on the ground 3 times. 2 of those ended up being fumbles. The turnover margin for Stephenville has been amazing all season. It continued tonight. This is a very athletic, a very tough 4A team that I think we are going to see in 4A go down quite a ways here in the 2018 season. Michael, your thoughts, and then we'll talk to David, because David's been around the program for a long time, and it's been a while since we've seen a loss like this.
It has, and the thing that you really got to look at with this team that Georgetown played tonight, this is most likely the best team that they will face all year long, to be honest.
I kind of agree with that. You've got a tough Cedar Park squad, a tough Hutto squad, but if you want to get your guys ready for district play, this is where you want to be. A great matchup, Coach Dean, and you know he's always going to pick the right things. Well, David, as long as we've been covering Georgetown football, of course, born and raised in the community, but covering Georgetown now for our 4th year, which we're blessed for the privilege to do that, this has been the biggest loss that I've seen by the Eagles since we've started covering them.
Yeah, Rob, I don't recall a loss like this in quite some time. It was a tough road trip for the Eagles coming up here to Tarleton and facing Stephenville. They are a very physical, tough 4A team. We had kind of heard about that. Georgetown, Coach Canfield in there was saying it's almost like at a basketball game when you just can't get any free throws the whole time in a game. But nothing seemed to go right for Georgetown tonight. There was a couple of bright spots, but I think Coach Dean has a lot of opportunities. The entire coaching staff has a lot of opportunities for lessons learned, and hats off to the coaching staff for scheduling some of these tough teams.
Absolutely.
Because what an opportunity. Before you head into district, you have seen some of the best football in the state of Texas, and so you're going to get coached very well this week.
Absolutely. Well, as we continue to look at some of these stats here and we break them down, X-Man Torres, 12 carries, 42 yards. Seosin, 15 carries, -10. He could not get his running game established tonight. But then Rodan, as I stated earlier, the bulk of those yards, 7 carries, 78 yards. That's 7.8 a carry. I'm sure that we'll see more of Rodan as the season goes on. Rushing on the other side, Nowak, 17 for 99 for Stephenville. Phillips, 8 for 34. Again, breaking down those stats, Seosin goes 23 of 35, 3 interceptions. And for Stephenville, Renfro, 16 of 20, 231. Hats off to that young man. A phenomenal game all around for Stephenville. They came in here. They protected their home field. They're getting set up for district play as well. This was a good matchup for both teams, but Georgetown, clearly some things they've got to work on. This game is all on them, and it's going to be a mental and physical grind as they try to go in now and host Hutto in this game. And you know Hutto, the Hippos, man, it's been raining a lot. They've came out of the water tonight against Connolly at halftime. They were up 50-something to 7, I believe. This is a team that's going to be wanting a little bit more revenge, too, as we continue on and go ahead here.
Yeah, Rob, I think the next 2 games are going to be our biggest challenge. You got Hutto, and then I believe, is it Cedar Park after that? So. If we can make it through this grind, it started with this game, and then you got Hutto and Cedar Park, and then we see Manor and Pflugerville and Rouse, and we're getting into the grind of it now.
Galen saying 78-14. And it's not over yet there in Hutto versus Connolly. So we appreciate that, Galen. Final thoughts, Michael, from you and David before we sign off here and get out of this Stephenville, Texas, and back to Georgetown.
Just as you mentioned, if you're going to take a loss, let it be right before district play and playing against this top state-ranked 4A team. in the Stephenville Yellow Jackets to help improve your game, because you're going to see Chase Griffin and Chooks Wabugo with Hutto next week. Both of them extremely fast, extremely talented quarterback, and this is going to be a good preparer for Georgetown.
David?
I just really like to see physical, tough football. And
so
it was it was neat, but I would have loved to see it from Georgetown, and maybe this would open some eyes in Georgetown. These players go, we need to turn on the nasty a little bit and get tough, get in that weight room, get more physical, as well as the finesse that Georgetown always has, that high speed, high tempo offense, but get tough.
Well, again, we appreciate all of our friends out there. Thanks for joining us tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Again, a special thank you to our good friends. That's one thing I always love about broadcasting is we get to meet so many friends, so many humble people. It's always a privilege. And tonight, very thankful to meet Boots Elliott and his fine staff here with the radio show here in the radio broadcast that they do 28 years doing Stephenville football. He's a graduate of Southwestern University. So, again, Boots, thank you for your hospitality, for the phone call yesterday in the chat, as well as your help with us today, helping us get set up here. For Michael Francis, David England, Nathan Height tonight helping us, as well as Joshua Harris from the Oak Ridge Disciple House, who is our presenting sponsor. We want to wish you well and a good night. Remember, friends, as I end every broadcast, we're not strong enough alone to make it our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Until next week, we will catch up with you soon. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/SHN Sports and the numeral 1. That's youtube.com/SHN Sports 1. We will also be in Belton, Texas tomorrow for NCAA Division III football as Southwestern takes the road against a very tough number 2 ranked University of Mary Hardin Baylor team. Until then, good night and God bless from Stephenville, Texas. Thank you, friends.
Good night, everybody.